Hello and welcome to How to Deal with Grief and Trauma. My name is Natalie Himmelrich. How to Deal with Grief and Trauma is completely self-funded, produced and edited by me, Natalie Himmelrich. Consider making a small donation to support the podcast. Go to bit.ly/support, capital G, capital T, and podcast. I repeat, bit.ly/supportgt podcast. Thank you so much. And for more information, please visit Natalie's website, join the podcast Instagram page, and subscribe to the newsletter to receive updates on future episodes. Welcome to the special series on the many faces of trauma. In each episode, we'll explore one trauma type in a clear, gentle way, what it is, how it can show up in daily life, and one small step that can help your nervous system feel a little safer. Nothing here is meant to diagnose you, and you're always invited to take what fits and leave the rest. And because this is trauma work, we'll end every episode with a short grounding practice you can do anywhere. Today we're talking about dissociation. This can be a tender topic because dissociation is often misunderstood and sometimes shamed. This episode is general and non-graphic. If you notice yourself drifting, spacing out, or feeling overwhelmed as you listen, that may be your nervous system responding. You're welcome to pause and return later. Dissociation needs compassionate language, because many people hear the word dissociation and imagine something extreme. But dissociation exists on a spectrum, and in many cases, it's a very understandable and logical protection strategy the body chose. So let's start with a simple reframe. Dissociation is not a character flaw. It's the mind and the body reducing overwhelm when something feels too much to stay fully present for. That's why I sometimes call it the mind's emergency exit. It's just like an emergency exit, and it's there for a reason. A simple definition is dissociation is a protective shift in awareness, memory, sensation, or identity that creates distance from overwhelming experience. It can look like feeling numb or unreal, or feeling detached from your body, spacing out or going blank, losing track of time, driving somewhere and not remembering the last few minutes, feeling like you're watching yourself from the outside, having difficulty recalling parts of conversations, or feeling emotionally disconnected while appearing fine. Not all forgetfulness is dissociation, and not all zoning out is trauma. But when dissociation shows up repeatedly, especially under stress, it's often a clue that the nervous system is trying to protect you from overload and has practiced this kind of response. So imagine someone in a conversation where tension rises. They want to speak, but suddenly their mind goes blank. Their hearing feels distant. Their body gets heavy. They nod and agree just to get through it. Rarely they reply it. Later, they replay it and think, why didn't I say anything? What's wrong with me? But what happened is more precise. Their nervous system chose shutdown as protection, because speaking up didn't feel safe, or because conflict was too activating. Dissociation isn't the problem. It's the system's solution in that moment. Let's have a look through the polyvagal lens. From a polyvagal-informed lens, dissociation often relates to shutdown, when the system perceives either that there's too much activation to manage, or there's no safe way to fight or flee, or presence feels dangerous. So the body shifts into conservation, less sensation, less emotion, less engagement, less threat awareness. And this can feel like fog, numbness, disconnection. I'm not here, I can't think. And here's the key. Dissociation is often a sign that your nervous system is trying to reduce pain, not that you're failing. It's your nervous system protecting you. So let's have a look at some common pathways that can trigger dissociation, because they can be triggered by many things, often connected to either conflict or criticism, feeling trapped, overwhelm. So look for example, too many demands, too much stimulation, or reminders of earlier stress, medical settings, relational dynamics, so power or fear of rejection, also sensory overload, exhaustion, and sleep deprivation. And sometimes dissociation arrives before you notice distress, because your system learned the exit fast. It can also show up as high-functioning dissociation, doing tasks while feeling unreal, or freeze compliance, which is agreeing, smiling, performing while internally gone. Again, adaptation, not character flaws. So how can dissociation impact life? Dissociation can protect in the short term, but over time it can create difficulties such as losing time or forgetting important details, feeling disconnected from emotions, which can complicate relationships, having difficulty sensing needs, for example, hunger, tiredness, boundaries, or feeling like life is happening at a distance. And also it can have difficulty or creating shame and self-doubt. You might be asking yourself, what's wrong with me? It can also make trauma recovery tricky, because healing often involves presence. So the goal isn't to stop dissociation by force. The goal is to recognize it early, to support the nervous system, and return gently to present bit by bit. Here are 5 helpful principles. 1. Go gently, because trying to snap out of it can increase fear. Rather than push or pressure, aim for a gentle return. 2. Reduce stimulation, lower light, lower sound, fewer demands, because dissociation often signals too much. 3. Use body-first orientation. The mind may be far away, but start with your sensation. Learn to track your hands, your feet, your temperature, your texture, and get signs from those that help you understand the needs of your body. 4, name it without shame. A simple phrase that you may use is, I'm dissociating, my system is protecting me. 5, build safety outside the moment. Long-term dissociation softens with consistent safety, such as predictable routines, supportive relationships, trauma-informed therapy if needed, and learning triggers and early cues. And if you're supporting someone, speak slowly. Orient them gently. For example, you can ask, can you feel your feet? And avoid demanding eye contact. And offer simple choices, like, would you like water or step outside? Because as you might have understood by now, is that people who tend to dissociate go there quite quickly when they feel pressure. Our grounding practice for today is called texture and temperature return. This practice is designed for dissociation because it uses 2 strong present moment anchors, texture and temperature. Step 1. Find a texture. Touch something textured. It could be a fabric, a chair, your sleeve, a ring, a key, and rub it gently between your fingers. Step 2. Name 3 qualities. Name 3 qualities of that textured thing. Might be soft, rough, or cool, warm, smooth, bumpy, furry. Step 3. Add temperature. Notice one temperature cue. For example, the air on your skin, the warmth of your hands, a mug, cool water, or anything else. And then step 4, press your feet in the floor for 3 seconds. And then release. And then repeat this once more, pressing your feet in the floor. And release. And step 5, use this one sentence. Say gently to yourself after me, I'm here now. I'm coming back gently. If you'd like support as you move through this series, check my website for the free resources offered for both those affected by grief, loss and trauma and those supporting them. In the next episode, we'll bring this series together with the body lens, how trauma can affect the body, and why body-based practices can be such a powerful part of healing. Take care for now. Thanks for listening to How to Deal with Grief and Trauma. If you'd like to be updated on future episodes, please subscribe to my newsletter on nataliehimmelrich.com. If you need grief support, please contact me for a 30 minutes free discovery session. How to Deal with Grief and Trauma is produced and edited by me, Natalie Himmelrich. To support this podcast, please rate, review, and subscribe to or follow the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you. And remember to keep breathing. I promise it will get easier.